Weird. Um, Zoom's got a new thing where you can't minimize the Zoom chat while
Weird.
recording. Anyway, I got it pulled up. All right. Welcome, everyone. Please take your seats. My name is Professor Lang, and welcome to Magical Physiology. If everyone could please just take a syllabus and pass it down. Let's go through this as our first day of class. We'll probably get out a little bit early today, but that's fine. If you need me, my office is in Widdershins Hall. I hold hours daily from 8 to 10. If you need me outside of that, just come by anyway. I'm either there or I'm teaching. So, but I have a box near the door for questions and concerns. I'm sorry. Early in the morning, first day of school, I'm already running late, so I'm going to eat my yogurt while we're teaching. There's a very rich social, cultural, and ethnic diversity here at Weber Haven and in this very class. Please take advantage of this. Meet, talk, and study with your classmates, no matter how different they are from you. The student to professor ratio in this course is around 200 to 1. So it would be impossible for me to reach out and develop a rapport with each and every one of you this semester. Okay. However, it would be essentially effortless for you to develop a rapport with me. So there's only one of me. So ask questions during class, attend office hours, message me, or just randomly reach out and introduce yourself and chat about whatever comes to mind. I don't care. But we will meet here in here, B7, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This is a pretty intensive course that thoroughly covers the anatomy, abilities, and dispositions of monsters commonly encountered out in the world. You'll be reading popular accounts related to aberrations, monstrosities, oozes, as well as studying how best to either avoid a fight with such creatures or battle them and emerge triumphant. So, this will be covered in this 3 credit, 13-week course. Classes will range from 20, 30 minutes each. Aside from discussing the above, the overlying theme of the course will be that of safety and survival. If you perform very well in this course, you will not only possess a solid understanding of the physiologies of many monsters of this world, but you'll have developed a strong collegiate work ethic. Um, and with these skills, you'll be fully capable of doing all the following. You could explain the mechanisms that underlie normal physiological processes of various monsters. You'd understand some pathologies of disease states from such monsters you may face yourself, confidently communicating both written and orally with proper terminology and pronunciation, all aspects of normal monster physiology with your peers, professors, future employers. You'll be employing the study skills and work ethic you developed in this course to perform very well in any and all of your courses throughout your entire academic career. And excelling in magical biology, physiology sections on pre-health and professional school exams. So my primary mission is to provide you with a quality education. You'll be provided an educational opportunity that can benefit you and the society in which you live, regardless of your career path. I will encourage you to develop strong study skills. I know I've already mentioned studying before, but I will constantly challenge you to be thinking on a higher level. I will expect your best. And most importantly, I will hopefully inspire you and get you excited about magical physiology. If you accept my challenge, I offer you a guarantee that is inherent in my design of the course. If you perform very well, you will move forward with an exceptional, enduring working knowledge of magical physiology. You'll have acquired the analytical thinking, reasoning, study skill required to succeed at the highest level in the next phase of your academic studies. In other words, you will leave this class a legitimate academic, a student with the tools necessary to achieve whatever academic goals you set your mind to. So, getting into the fun things, there will be 4 lecture exams as scheduled in the lecture outline. Each exam will be worth 60 points and consist of 60 multiple choice and true false type questions. Overall, exams are 80% of your overall class grade. The exams are not cumulative in the strict sense of the word. However, since the major themes of this course is safety and survival, Important concepts from previous exams that tie into concepts in subsequent lectures will naturally find their way into subsequent exams. I will point out these concepts, though, during the lecture throughout the semester, so stay tuned. I will only source information presented in class for examination questions. Exam 4 is the final, but it's not cumulative, and I will automatically replace the lowest score of your first 3 exams with the average score of all 4 of your exams, if and only if your fourth score is greater than your average. There will be no makeup exams offered except for university excused absences, such as hospitalization or death of an immediate family member. All examinations will be taken in person, and the final exam date and time is to be determined. That's by powers that be that are above me. Other points for class. We'll cover the other 20% of your grade and will be split into 3 categories: quizzes, participation, attendance. Attendance is obviously awarded to those who show up to class and sign in every class. Quizzes will occur at random. Participation is based on how often you're engaged in the class. So 300 points available overall, 240 from exams, 60 from quizzes, participation, and attendance. I may or may not adjust individual lecture exam scores. I will not adjust the overall course scores. Course grades will be determined from total point accumulation at the end of the semester. So to calculate your grade at any point, just come see me and we'll work out the numbers. You'll have 1 week after I post your scores to Canvas to challenge these grades and points. Failure to challenge this within that period indicates a willingness to accept them as is. I will not dispute grades at the end of the semester. All of these must be resolved 1 week after posting the scores. So adding and dropping a course is done through the main offices of Weber Haven. Information regarding the last day to drop this course can be found there, as well as in your handbook you should have received during orientation. I have 0 tolerance for cheating. If you're caught cheating, you will get a 0 from that exam and it will not be replaced. Hold yourself and your classmates to the highest ethical standards. I am happy to write a letter of recommendation for any student that earns an A in my course and demonstrates strong personal characteristics. I can only determine the latter if you develop a rapport with me. Building strong professional relationships is key to becoming a professional. When writing to me, please address me. Write without utilizing texting, acronyms, and shorthand. Use your spell check spells and always sign with your name. These simple efforts go a long way, regardless of who the recipient of your letter is. If you do have a documented disability that requires accommodations, you'll need to register with the Student Disability Services for coordination of academic accommodations. So the SDS office is located here in the Biblioplex, actually just right across the hall from here. Notify me of your accommodation within the first week. You got time. If you have a conflict with any of the exam times due to religious reasons, please let me know. No makeup exams will be given unless I'm notified, by this time. So the course syllabus is subject to modification at the discretion of the instructor, yours truly, without prior notice. Lecture topics may be changed to accommodate class progress. Students, you got to keep a regular attendance, monitor your letters for updates, and take note of any such changes as appropriate. So any specific issue not covered by this syllabus will be resolved using university policies. So disputes that can't be resolved following the guidelines present in the syllabus will we'll go through the student due process if we need to. My advice to you for this class is to want it. Take this class seriously starting yesterday. Be willing to make sacrifices, attend your lectures, participate, ask questions, get engaged, read the book, diligently and consistently apply your study skills. Be proactive. If you have trouble keeping up or you need help, please see me as much as possible. So with all that being said, we've got 4 units, 4 exams. The first unit is going to start with the basics of magical physiology, and then we'll go into more depth with the molecular and cellular organization of magical concepts, the nervous system and the magical nervous system. And then we'll go into all the different kinds of monsters and things like that: aberrations, beasts and plants, celestials, constructs and monstrosities, dragons, elementals, undead, fey and fiend, giants and humanoids, and finally, to top it all off, oozes. So that's really all we have for you today. We'll be starting strong on Wednesday with our first lesson. I'll be keeping us in class here on out for the full time, even if it means we finish one topic and we jump into the next topic. So, everyone, please have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you Wednesday. At that point, he lets you out of the class, Professor Lang. So, as you guys are walking out, how about you guys introduce yourselves?
Sorry, yeah. Am I coming through now? Is the microphone fixed?
Yes, you're very quiet, but yes.
Okay. Yep, sorry. Just logged in. Went straight into the lecture. Let's see. Okay, my stats are rolled. Yay. So my character, Delman Carter, is a wood elf. His
Are you guys hearing? Okay.
No here, you CJ. No here.
let's see.
It's because his character is mute and he's really, really playing in
Check
character.
1, 2.
Man. All those verbal component spells must be a real tougher.
Check 1, 2.
There we go.
We can hear you. The mic still sounds almost like it's behind you,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
I was gonna say on the other side of the room, but yeah.
Check 1, 2.
Beautiful.
Check 1, 2.
Much better.
Is this the good stuff?
Yeah.
That's the good
my
stuff.
friends.
All right.
Yeah, there we go.
Beautiful.
That's not his voice. Delman Carter, he is a wood elf, but his skin is a lot darker. It's almost like a grayish kind of skin, grayish kind of tone. He totally has just dreads, just going down. His clothes, he wears a lot of leathers, a lot of like dark leathers. Is what he's got, real rustic, swampy kind of vibe going there. Let's see, any distinctive features? He's got that, and then the dreads, and no, I think that's all that will really stand out. Height wise, he's not super tall. He's like, I don't know, 5'8" or so.
Okay. What school are you going to, Delmon?
Oh, yes.
And what's your degree or what's your major?
Yes, let me pull that up. I am.
What can we look at that?
Before you go to yours, you're like, oh, let me finish my.
In that giant packet that I had sent you.
Months ago.
Quandrix is my.
Okay.
Can we move it to the front of the chat box?
Yeah.
I will send it back to you, yes.
We could also put it, if you're able to, into the actual Roll20.
That's true. I should be able to do that. All right, continue, CJ, while I try and figure this out.
Yes, he is signed up for the Quandrix College.
Okay. What degree are you looking at for that?
That I'm trying to see where I put that. Honestly, I have that. Did I pick that? Now I have to go and pull up the stuff because I know Quandrix because of reasons, but I'm gonna have to dig a little deeper. I'm not sure if I picked that one or not.
That's all right. Well, welcome, Delmont. Yeah, that's true.
Not Phil. Why am I saying Philip? Tim. Who do you got over there?
Oh, I need to go last because I forgot about the colleges. I had it written down somewhere, but
Oh wow, the thing we gave months ago.
I mean, I have his character. Oh yeah, also
but then
join.
we were like,
I thought we were starting
oh,
at
we
7.
can wait.
To be fair.
Yeah, I've got time. I've got 9 minutes.
The 6:30 thing is always the 6:30 thing. I guess I should have been a little bit more clear. Typically, if I'm going to be doing a lecture, The lecture will begin at 6:30, but it's not
Okay.
a requirement for you guys to be a part of. It will be recorded.
Oh
Uh,
man,
Word.
I gotta get my attendance grade up. Like, so
I'm worried about my attendance grade. That is, I don't like classes that penalize you for not being.
well, I picture my guy might skip a lot of classes, but specifically like the monsters and stuff,
Oh,
he's
that's
very interested in.
that's
So
the
like I was
one.
like, I'll be
Yep.
here for that one.
Question for you, DM. You never answered this months ago, and I
sorry.
forgot to answer it again or ask it again. Is this a we're all living on campus
Yes.
college? Okay, okay. Then that change. I was about to say if it's not, then my character's excuse is family life, but he don't have that excuse. So,
Good
okay.
for you.
So, William or Billy, whenever he gets to know you just a little bit better, which usually is about 5 seconds after shaking your hand, Sumner is a fairly average, just across the board, fairly average human. He is in his late 30s, which means 39. He's not quite 40 yet. He'll be turning 40 during the campaign, so
Okay.
we're gonna have to plan a birthday party for him. He's just a very friendly. He's just a very friendly dude. He used to run a glass company, which has been passed down to his son. He is married. He has 2 children, and he is incredibly proud of both of them. His eldest son, whose name is Deimos, is basically taking over the family business, and is currently 19. His second son, oh, I changed their ages. Sorry, he's
Oh, right. Thank you, Lord.
first kid is 20. Sorry, first kid is 20. I had to do math for this. First kid is 20. Second son, whose name is, I should have highlighted it, is named something else. Oh, Beramides, and he is 19 or 18, and is a bit of a wannabe rebel, a pseudo rebel. He has aspirations of becoming a popular bard. He plays the cello, but plays it. Oh, I actually have to put it in chat, don't I? So you guys can. But plays it like this guy. But Billy is still super proud of his son. Really doesn't care as long as his kids are happy. That's good. They don't have to follow in his footsteps. They need to do what's best for them. Yeah, he always had an inkling for magic, but he got his then girlfriend pregnant his senior year of high school. Right out of high school, they got married, and he picked up the glass business actually from her father. So it's been a family business all through the line. Not that he's ever regretted it, but now that his business is well looked after by his eldest son, his wife has encouraged him to pursue this interest in magic and see if anything comes of it. So that's what he's here for. He's here to see if he has what it takes to be a magician. He is going to be in the Prismary College of the Elemental Arts. As you get to know him, you will know that he loves making things out of glass. Despite his kind of stockier frame, he is quite delicate with glass and loves making little intricate things like that. What was the other question? What college and what major?
Yes.
I don't remember majors. Did I miss that?
Would that be under the like scholars options or studies in philosophy? Kind of.
Mostly it's under studies and philosophy, but honestly, I mean, like your major could be anything that you want it to be. It's not limited to just what's written in there.
I mean, okay, then I'm probably gonna go with sculpture, in the sense that glass blowing, glass sculpture. So he's learning the fundamentals of shaping using the tools, and
Yeah, that's like a perfect fit for.
that really was. I did not base him off of this because I initially had planned. I wanted a librarian character, but I was like, no, it's too self-inserty. But like rapidly reading through this, and I got it done before 7 o'clock, so booyah.
Nice.
Yeah, no, that fits perfectly. So good job. You have a school that's welcoming to all.
Yeah, I mean, you have Prismari, like you could do, yeah, I mean, architecture, painting, sculpture, dance, music, theater, art history, literary arts.
Yeah. Sculpture seems to probably be the most likely what he'll do. He may, well, we'll get to that later.
Yes.
Further down. That's Billy Sumner.
Um, Brilliant. I would like to finish mine now that I've looked over and remembered what I was. Um, yeah, like I said, he's with the Quandrix. He's going with Quandrix. He comes from a family who, have all done Witherbloom in the past, so he's the first one branching out of the family to do something different. Um, and I'm majoring in metaphysics.
Physics. That'd be cool. Be really cool. So, all right. And third, we have Mr. Balladmore.
Yeah. So you guys would recognize me as a noble immediately being an orc. So of the three Meg families, obviously being a Balladmore. He is a 6'4" big old orc. So um he will also be in Prismary.
Hmm.
Going for the Electrovisionary to learn specifically more about since the Ballamores specialize in electricity and thunder, and then their echo is the key trait of the Ballamores, but they also specialize in electric and thunder, and he is very much behind in the magical prowess of the Ballamores. So he would introduce himself as York as well. Um, that's what he goes by, because he prefers the brawn over brain strategy, unlike the typical Balladmores. So wizardry casting spells, he will cast Fist. So he is pretty all right with that. In particular, um, he will be majoring in magical beast studies and just elements in general, specifically trying to get his electric and thunder stuff down.
All right, interesting. I think we got a cool little mix of things here. I did go ahead and send over a D6 table on our messenger to look over and see what you guys, what classes you guys will be a part of. Let's see. And we need a new color scheme.
That's fair. That's true.
I'm gonna go with this one. I think this one.
Inkomancy.
What'd you call me?
I called you and your mother. Wonderful. That's also
So
not
you
his
want us to
voice.
roll? You want us to roll a d6 and tell you what number? Is that what that is?
Or do we get to choose?
Honestly, I would, just like with actual college, I will let you choose, or you can roll if you want to be totally just.
I think I'm gonna pick 2 and roll the last one. That one, and roll that one. Like a D6.
Roll that, CJ.
Yeah.
So CJ is in Basic Magical
Magical
Auras,
Auras.
which is a general studies class.
Nice. I wanted that one. Also, number 3, because obviously.
Getting computational magic in quantum.
No, he'd give in. And one.
Arcanobotany for beginners. with
Yeah,
very
family and
good.
Or what would be like the average class load? Like how much would the average person sign up for?
4 classes, 4 to 5. You know, you're talking
Out
12.
of the 6 here?
Learn
Well-
everything.
On top of these 6, you are in magical physiologies, which is the class that I will teach.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So you're just picking 3 others.
Sounds good.
What classes are you going to be in, Yorick?
2 for sure.
That's gonna take some getting used to.
I
was like, I just picked my class.
2.
That's when we start switching.
fi-
We switch back and forth.
yeah, 2, 5, and 6.
2, 5, and 6. So basic magical auras, history of magic and art, and introduction to archaeomancy. Very interesting class.
Archaeomancy. I almost did that one. Almost.
I almost picked lore fold just
Mhm.
because like he's very interested in the battles of the past, but I was like, no, I think he'd be more like he wants to get this magic down. So like,
First things first.
First things first.
I'll minor in it. It's fine. I'll figure that out.
Yeah, you can triple minor with your major. Billy, what classes are you taking?
I'm trying to read the material on the Incomancy.
Oh, please choose 3 classes. I guess I could have scrolled down and read that. My bad.
I thought you did, and you still had questions. I was like, okay,
No,
okay,
I didn't
getting
scroll
deeper
down.
into the lore. Okay, how much
You're-
does the average person?
I
do?
scrolled up to see what the beginning was, and so it cut out that part.
Oh, you're that kid in class. All right, everybody, pick 3 classes. How many do I need to pick?
There's always that kid. Yeah. What
Yeah,
was
I'd
that
be more of those
general
guy-
class you said, John? That
Magic,
we'll all be taking.
magical physiology.
Magic Fit. Thank you.
That's the one I teach, or the one that you just had your little mini lecture on.
Aha.
So, is there like a typical school uniform?
Good question.
I don't
Do you
think
get
so.
Weberhaven robes?
Actually, no, I take that back.
Because if so, I was gonna add like some flavor since I was like invited. Mine would have had like my name embroidered on it or something.
Cause you rich.
Yeah, yeah, that's what like. So I was invited to the school instead of applying to the school. So
Yeah, that does. Yeah, that tracks.
He's bougie like that.
Yeah.
it's okay because like once I was offered, I was like, oh, so I need something because I ain't getting it. I ain't getting this magic thing, and then of course mom and dad just like, you just do this and it works. I'm like, what? It doesn't.
Okay. Did you write down what the Incomancy does? Am I just missing it?
I've seen
No,
Incomancy before.
I mean, it's in the Silver Quill, but like, is that
Yeah.
just kind of generally you've spent years practicing your writing oration in hope of becoming blah blah blah? Your studies focus on language, literature, and the power of words. That just kind of the general class description.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, then, based on that, Billy is going to do 5 history of magic and arts. He's got to
Okay.
do that. Number 2, basic magical auras, general studies, and then I think he'll do number 4. We'll do beginning Incomancy. He's curious.
Okay, yeah.
You know?
Spread
He-
it out a little bit.
He's kind of one of those like, I don't really know what I'm doing here, so I might as well do a little bit of everything and see what sticks. That's
Yeah.
he's trying. This is outside of his comfort zone a little bit.
For Prismari, which 2 of you guys are in Prismari, right?
Yes.
Okay. So in that PDF I sent you, it does give you your skill proficiencies, your tool proficiencies, and your languages that you can speak. Your equipment includes a bottle of black ink, an ink pen, a set of artisan's tools, or a musical instrument, a school uniform, and a pouch containing 10 gold pieces. The school uniform, I don't really have anything in mind of what that would need to look like. I have a feeling, I'm sure, someone online has created a uniform.
I guess Harry Potter robes it is.
Harry Potter robes it is.
I mean, they're just robes. Can't go wrong.
There is a Prismari uniform on Hero Forge. It is almost like a martial arts robe with a belt, and it is teal and purple in color.
I like both those colors.
So I will I'll show you what this looks like, and we'll just say that this is probably what the actual thing is. So, share.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. Nice colors.
Yeah.
I like your scheme, guys.
And then
This
someone
he went dedication with his hair to match the school colors.
Quandrix.
Hero Forge. There must be one of these two. Bam. Year 1.
Year 1.
Here we go. Oh, look at the boots,
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
pants, and a
Look at the tie.
The
Look at the
jacket.
tie.
Yes, he's not wearing the tie.
He's not wearing the
The- I
tie.
like the wrapped arm bracer things though. That's oh yeah, he's gonna be customizing that a little bit. But yes, I'm digging it. I'm digging it.
all
Okay.
right. But we are. Okay. Let's see
Keep
anything
going.
else I needed to cover with our characters. We've a couple of spells as your Prismari initiate.
So if I don't have magic casting ability, would I know a couple of spells?
If you don't have magic casting ability,
It's a level 4.
let me see.
Unless you want to like, bam, here's the magic initiate feat, and a cantrip or whatever. It's been a while since I look at magic initiate.
Boy, the nostalgia of this is just fantastic. I tried really hard to be on top of everything. I thought it was super organized. And then the teacher's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, did you read through the giant thing that we've sent out for you?" And I'm like, "Fuck, I forgot."
Last time I played a Balladmore, I had to wait until I leveled up for magic too.
Yes,
I
that's
just
true.
pretended I knew what I was
You're
doing.
just like, yeah, I do stuff. Don't worry about it.
It says that for anyone who's in the school, you have studied some magical theory and you have learned a few spells associated with the college. Once you've chosen your college, you get 2 cantrips and 1 first level spell based on the college you
Oh
choose.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
You can cast the chosen first level spell slot without a spell slot, but you must finish a long rest before you can cast it again. So your spellcasting ability is intelligence, wisdom, or charisma, and you choose when you select the feat. So if you're in Prismari, you can choose from 2: Firebolt, Prestidigitation, and Ray of Frost. And then you can choose 1 first level Bard or Sorcerer spell. And then for Quandrix, it's Druidcraft, Guidance, and Mage Hand, and 1 first level Druid or Wizard spell.
Yes, I already got that in there.
Nice. So
There are a couple of spells in the pamphlet I gave you on spells that are specific to this campaign. They're mostly second level, but there is a first level one in there. You have Borrowed Knowledge, which is a second level divination. You draw knowledge from spirits of the past. Choose 1 skill in which you lack proficiency. For the spell's duration, you have proficiency in that. You have Kinetic Jaunt, which is a second level transmutation. You magically empower your movement with dance like steps, giving yourself the following benefits: walking speed increases by 10. You don't provoke opportunity attacks. You can move through the space of another creature, and it doesn't count as difficult terrain.
Where are you seeing this? So I don't have to keep like interrupting you.
This is on page roughly 36 of the Weberhaven PDF that I've sent you through Roll20.
Awesome, thank you.
You have Silvery Barbs, which I've heard quite a bit about online. First level
It
enchantment.
just shouldn't be a level 1. Like it should be a level 2 spell, I think.
You magically distract the triggering creature and its turn its momentary uncertainty into encouragement for another creature. The triggering creature must re-roll the d20 and use the lower roll. You can then choose a different creature you see within range. The chosen creature has advantage on the next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. Vortex Warp, which is second level conjuration. You magically twist space around another creature you can see. The target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw, or the target is teleported to an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within range. Wither and Bloom, second level necromancy. This is straight up Garrick if he was here. You invoke death and life upon a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point. Each creature has to make a saving throw or take necrotic damage. Non-magical vegetation in the area withers. In addition, one creature of your choice in that area can spend and roll one of its unspent hit dice and regain a number of hit points. Straight up Garrick. Couldn't get more like Garrick.
Mm-mm.
All right, so let's talk about rolls really quickly. Yorick, what are you
Yes.
what are you good at? What are you not so good at?
I am very average on a few things. Because I rolled 3 10s, unfortunately.
Okay.
So I am average at let's see, so that would make intelligence.
That's a first for you.
Average. Yeah. I am average at wisdom, and I am average at dexterity.
Okay.
I am very good at being a strong boy on the 18 I rolled. I also rolled, hold on, let me put my notes. I think a 17, but I don't know why. A 17 and a 15. So I got 10, 10, 10, 15, 17, 18.
All right. Well, the
Um,
curve on that graph is really nice. So,
I mean, it could have been worse. It could have been less than average, so I'm not going to complain too bad. I mean, if I get an 18, I'm not going to ever complain. Like you can work with that. I think I'm going to put the 17 in charisma and the 15 in con is what I think I'm going to do.
okay. Billy, what are you really strong at? What are you really weak in?
So Billy's just slightly above average on a few things. He's fairly strong. You got to have a little bit of beef to be moving around and working with molten glass. He's got wicked high constitution
Hell yeah.
From all the burns.
from all the, he ain't got no feeling in the tips of his fingers no more. That's just how it is. He's not dexterous though. Because you don't move fast when you're moving glass. You move efficiently, but you don't move fast.
Okay.
So he does have a -1 to dexterity. That'll be fun, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He's also almost in his 40s, so I was like, you know what? He's not gonna be as nimble as these young whippersnappers.
Feel that. Putting a 10 in dex was very hard for me to decide to do that. But I
No.
couldn't, I was looking at my skills and I was like, I'm too dependent on everything. So I took I think the first time that dex was a dump stat for me ever. So
Yeah.
Delmont.
Dex is too good.
You prefer to go by Delmont?
Dell is how
Dell.
what he goes by. Just Dell.
All right. What are you good at? What are you weak at?
He's good in two things. One, intelligence. He's just a very perceptive, well, not that kind of perceptive, but intelligently perceptive. And he's good at constitution from just the kind of food he would eat on the swamp. Other than that, dexterity and wisdom are 2 in 1, so meh. Strength 0, charisma -2. Let's go.
Oh, whoa.
Nice.
Yes.
So you're kind of like the weird kid in the back row.
I'm very smart though.
Either that, well, that's typically how it goes. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Or
See,
you're
I
in
just-
the front and you just are kind of a little off-putting. Maybe you
Yeah.
smell weird.
Honestly, probably does. Like
Maybe you're
not
a
gonna
maybe
lie.
you're a Ryan Corbell, but
No.
Oh,
No.
that's mean.
No. That's no.
Oh, see, now you put that mental, like,
No.
Ryan Corbell with dreadlocks and leather is
He
not a mental image I needed in my life.
wishes. That is
Oh.
somebody I haven't thought about in a very long time,
Same years.
and now I'm like,
What gives-
really
What gives me wisdom?
Me and my wife were talking about school shootings, and it made me think of Corbell.
Do
Think of some of the
Get-
things that he said and did in school.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
mean,
for sure. We
like-
were like the last generation to like not have to like big time worry about that, you know.
Mhm.
Okay, also, maybe somebody can help me figure this out.
Sure.
I'm going to here. I'm going to
Google Lens is also like really good at pointing out like types of plants. Like it'll tell you what kind of plant it is when you
What? I had
I
a
haven't
whole
tried
separate
that.
app for that. Man, I didn't know Google could just do it.
Yeah, Google's awesome.
It just reminds me of that stupid episode of The Office where it's like, what is this plant? That is cannabis indica,
No.
marijuana.
Oh,
All right. Well, we have a new character who missed his first day of class. Archibald Archie Finch. How about you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, I'm Archibald. I'm a dwarf. I know it's weird. I don't have a beard. But
no beard. Okay.
yeah, it's a whole thing. Father, clan, whatever. But I am a dwarf. I don't know much about magic. I know how to do a few spells, I think. But that's about it. I've got a whole pouch of components and words I gotta say, and there's a little book I gotta read from. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I hope out of this school that I'm gonna get to learn some healing magic, and do some good. Archibald is a beardless dwarf with red hair, like dark red hair, that goes down to the top of his butt crack in a nice tight braid.
All right.
Specifically, just right.
What
Yeah.
college are you attending?
Witherbloom.
All right. What's your major, Archie?
Major?
I know that's what all of us said.
Yeah. Yeah. My major is I'm getting a bachelor of science in healing magic.
I took everything I had to not say asking. So
Yeah, I couldn't decide between bachelor of science, bachelor of art,
He's in
Uh,
he's in pre-med.
Yeah, pre-med. Yeah, I'm at the first 4 years of 8 or whatever when you have to take.
Healing. Would that be?
I wonder how many,
Elite
like, how does that work? Do people still have surgeries?
Leaf binder.
Is modern medicine a thing at all in a magical world?
Oh, and that's
Yes.
fair. Like, so magic is just so powerful. Someone talks to you and you get healed.
Yeah, so I guess in a world of hit points, technically anything is curable with a few good words.
Yeah.
But is this a world of hit points?
Well,
Hmm.
actually,
Stabbed in the
Probably
heart,
in a
and you're like,
technicality.
I
there,
mean-
buddy.
the fact that you run out of spell slots would mean either you have to have tons of doctors on hand, or what are they gonna say? Sorry, everyone's all tuckered out for the evening. Guess you can't be healed now.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do.
Retired. Instead, we're gonna stab you with this knife repeatedly and just yank out the bad stuff.
You're paying us, right?
No, that's what everyone just comes out with medicine kits to destabilize until the healers get there.
You aren't dying on our watch. You're not gonna feel any better, but you're not dying.
Gosh, can you imagine how much of a stuck-up prick like magical physicians would be? Like, please,
Dude.
just step aside, nurse. Let me just zippity doo dah poof.
Especially if there was
Like
some
the
way
old-
for them to specialize in neurology. Oh,
Ugh,
neurologists are the worst.
neurologists are the worst.
It's funny that both of you agree.
Is that on your side too? Are they
Yes.
the worst? Okay, that's what I thought. So
They're
Dude,
the
I hate-
worst. They
are the
show
most
up
obvious
and their little suit and ties, acting like they run the world, and you're like, he's having seizure activity. That's not a seizure. Well, what else is it called? It is involuntary muscle spasms. I'm like, that sounds a whole lot like seizure.
Involuntary. Oh, wow.
All right. So we've all met our characters. Let's head over to Roll20. And we can look at this beautiful map that we have here. So
Look at it.
this is a stylized map of the college campus. You have your main college in the center, or the main campus. And the building that you see in the center with the large archway is the Biblioplex. That is the main building where all of the administration and some of your first level classes are going to be. This is also where you currently are. Let me pull up some. Okay. So the Biblioplex is the university's main library as well. At the heart of the library is a snarl, which is a tangle in the fabric of magic that glows like a miniature sun in the Grand Hall of Oracles. A star arch called the Dawn Bow curves across the sky above the library, marking its location as a center of mystic learning. Inside, nearly every surface from the floor to the high ceiling is jammed with stacks of books. The interior is vast with long hallways, archive chambers tall enough to have their own weather, and even pools and moat passages crossable only by boat. 5 lines of beacon towers, also known as the Torches of Enlightenment, radiate from the Biblioplex like enormous spokes and stretch for hundreds of miles in each of the 5 directions towards, through, and past the 5 separate colleges. You have many of your colleges all around, and with some pictures of people that stay at those colleges and things like that. I did notice though that they do have some people in them, like students that are listed on each of them, and it does show certain colors for their school uniform. Only one that doesn't make sense is what I assume is Prismari, which is down on the bottom left because it's just a woman in a tutu. But you know what? Maybe that's your uniform. So
I like the purple one we saw better.
yeah, I do too. Witherbloom. Let's see what Witherbloom looks like. First year.
Probably like green and black.
Let's see. Witherbloom.
I'm going for like purple and black. Is what I'm thinking.
Ooh, you're both wrong. Well,
What?
kind of wrong.
What is it?
We are looking at a full-sized robe with
Well, you are.
yeah, I'm not showing you guys. I'm sorry. Or I don't have it pulled up.
Just no. I'm not showing.
I'll just show you. It's easier to show you than to try and explain it. I should try and explain it because I'm a DM and I need to work on my language skills. But
Dude, I hear that.
I was
Okay.
Well,
Okay. There's some green.
there was green, and there's like a dark blue. It wasn't too far off.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess
I'm digging it.
CJ was technically closer.
Ooh, do I get the fingerless gloves?
yes,
Oh heck yeah!
Nice.
they go along with the assless chaps that you have to wear.
CJ has to wear a tie.
No, I'm not wearing the tie.
That's part of the uniform.
Well then, whatever can say words to me, and I can get in trouble.
Just do what the Fresh Prince did in school, and he wore it over his head because it said the uniforms code says that you have to wear a tie. It does not specify where you have to wear it.
Where does it go?
What was like the average age? Like I couldn't remember if there was under 18 rooms or not. Like I didn't know if there was 16.
Yeah, there are. It's very similar to a college in the United States. Most people are 18 and above, but you do have a few that are under.
I think Dell is 24. I have to double check. I think he's like 24.
I was just gonna throw York as the youngest, like average age, so
Oh,
I guess
okay.
18. So
Yeah, I put Dell in the teens too. What was it? I was thinking he was gonna be 24.
All right, so
All are babies.
We are.
yeah, a Billy, old timer over
Oh
here.
yeah, that's right. He's young because he's getting out on his own. That's right. Okay.
He's
makes sense
what 39, right? In your
now.
39 going on 40.
but 39 is still in your 30s.
I'm still in my 30s for a few more months.
Like I got a lot of friends that are turning 30, and I'm like, oh, it's getting close. Could you imagine being that old?
yeah,
That's so wrong. I mean, I can just Google.
Still in
what
my
it's like being
20s.
30.
I got 2 more years.
Aw,
You're a baby.
Look at you, doll.
Yeah, you're gonna say I'm a baby, then you can look at Philip's face over there.
Philip's got
I'm-
what, 3 years?
I'm ancient. I'm like 23 years old. Like, geez, I'm so old.
23.
Oh yeah, I haven't even hit.
Are you really?
You're
Yeah.
not even at cheaper car insurance age.
No,
He's a
I still
little-
can't rent cars without paying additional fees.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's
I
awful.
remember that.
I think it's what 25 for cheaper
Mhm.
car insurance.
25.
Yeah,
that's
25.
the one.
That's
Oh well, I'll get there.
Okay, well, I feel properly in character now. I feel old. All right, we're good.
I should, because I didn't really think about it, because he's an elf, and elf years and all that weirdness.
Mm.
So Dell is the equivalent of around 18, whatever that is. Because I still have not, after the years, memorized how elf years work.
Do you have to give us a sheet and roll 20, or do we like make one? How's that work? So
I
I can.
am literally making them for you right now.
Oh yeah.
Sweet.
Well, I'm making your character, and then you can go in and do whatever you want with it.
So how old is Archie in this one?
I've been going back and forth. Definitely on the younger side. So within the 17, 18, 19 range. Maybe 20 if I'm feeling a little spicy. But
Okay.
And Billy's old.
Billy's. I
Billy's old.
made it that way on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I just love that. Like you're in our class with the initiates. Like,
Well,
Well, that's-
and I
that's how it was,
definitely.
like-
like when I went to college, there was always
Oh, yeah.
one or two of those people who like they were definitely all our parents' age or older, and like they were always very serious. They took it real seriously, but also they, I don't know, they weren't as stressed out about college as everyone else was because they're like, yeah, this ain't war. It's fine. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
they were definitely the coolest, the ones I met.
Yeah.
Well, I still like when I did vocational training, it was like they even had like adults in our class. So like we those 15, 16-year-olds, and in the back row was like 40-year-olds like in the same class. So
I don't know. I always respected them because I'm like, one, it's got to be awkward to be
Right.
definitely outside your generational comfort zone. But like to be like, no, I'm gonna learn how to do a new skill. Doesn't matter that I'm 40. I'm gonna learn something new. Like, fuck yeah.
Respect.
okay, so
Plus,
then
this will force my character. He will never leave any of you behind because you are all his son's age.
Woo!
And yeah.
I already have a new dad. This is awesome.
So this character might die soon because he's gonna die protecting someone. So don't be stupid because he'll have to, try to save you.
Stupid. Won't any
no
of us be
promises
stupid?
there, buddy.
You are average, not below average, Yorick.
Yeah, but everyone's gonna be casting spells and stuff, and I'm charging at them.
Oh
I'm
Lord.
gonna be like, I'm gonna be casting fist, like I said.
Not only is
Let's-
he playing a character named Yorick, CJ, he's also playing Nero. So that's
Oh god,
That's a terrible combination.
horrible combination.
Okay, so some homeworks for you guys for your next session. If you can do me a couple of things. One being, fill out your character sheet on Roll20. You can create one on whatever else you want to do as well, but make sure that that one's at least filled out for our session. And two, if you can create your character on Hero Forge, Hero Forge now allows you to create avatars and tokens, and if you send them to me, or you can just upload them to your characters in the game, so that your actual avatar will be your actual character.
Oh, that's cool.
That is pretty cool.
So that's your two little things for your
Now
homework.
now I regret that he's a boring human. Is it too late to give him wings and horns and hooves and a tail and
You already introduced yourself, man. It's
Yeah, it's
That
too.
it was all a disguise! Surprise!
We've already done that one. You can't do it again.
Yeah, what's stopping me?
So for this campaign, we did our little class syllabus that everybody except for Archie heard about, and I will continue to do the lectures based off of that syllabus specifically. I have some actual books that I'm going to be reading from, and it'll be really fun. Do you guys have any questions about your characters or anything that is part of your characters that you feel we need to brainstorm or workshop a little bit before we begin? I know, Donald, you and I have talked about a few things.
Yeah.
We'll get there. Tim, did you have a couple of things?
I didn't think it would be a big deal in session 0 or session 1. I did have some tweaks to the character and an item specifically that I will beg you to be canon for my character.
All right, what do you got?
Let me pull it up.
This is
So
the true
essentially,
session 0. So we are finalizing our characters and making sure we're understanding of how the world works.
so my character is an artificer, a little behind the screen there. So he's gonna have,
Hey.
yeah. So he is going to, an artificer. He's specializing in the Eldritch Cannon. The one thing that I ask of you, John, is that can that Eldritch Cannon be reskinned as a glass cannon, and can that glass cannon look like a dragon?
I mean,
It's purely a
I think you can make it pretty much look make it look like you want, if I
It just
remember
says a small or tiny Eldritch cannon appears. And the
Ah.
reason why I was going to argue for the dragon and also argue because I love having my pets, my NPC pets. I do. I couldn't get away from it. So can I have the dragon be non-combat related, but just able to be present longer than the 1 hour? But to be used, it has to use the the raw rules because it specifies as part of the
Yeah.
same bonus action, you can direct the cannon to walk or climb so it can have wheels or legs. So that implies that, it could have legs, like dragon legs.
Okay, so here's how I'm gonna do this. You is it a true glass cannon? Like strong offensive but really weak defense? I mean, that's like a glass cannon.
It basically is. I mean, let's see. The glass cannon has an AC of 18. It currently has 15 HP, which is actually better than my character right now, but it won't go up at
Yeah,
all. So
I
like,
would say it doesn't scale, so it's really good level 1. So
yeah.
Okay, so yes, you can have it reskinned as a glass cannon and it can be dragon shaped. However, the dragon cannot stay for any longer than the spell is cast yet. The reason I say yet is that as a feat, you can have a Weberhaven mascot at a 4th level, in which you can summon a Weberhaven mascot to assist you, which grants you some benefits. So it's essentially a find familiar spell as a ritual. It says that it has to be the form of a mascot, but I'm gonna bypass that. You're in Prismari, which is an elemental mascot, art elemental mascot. So I almost feel like a glass dragon would fit within that. When you take the attack action on your turn, you can forego one attack to allow the mascot familiar to make one attack of its own. And if your mascot familiar is within 60 feet of you, you can teleport as an action, swapping places with them. So I think
Awesome.
your dragon would be able to become a living being outside of that when you can obtain that feat. Is that fair?
I mean, that's exactly what I wanted, is just so Billy can have his pet dragon.
do you want it? You want this dragon shape so you can do the flamethrower one and do fire breath, don't you?
Well, I did glass dragon because I've always Silver Dollar City has the glass blowers. They have the glass dragons, and I always used to think those were the coolest shit. So like initially it was just a glass cannon because I was like, funny pun, he's a glass worker and it's a glass yeah, and then I was like, oh, but dragon. So which kind of fits with the whole sculpture element. So it doesn't have to be something that like he has right this second because I don't get it until level 3 anyways. So like it's an end product to a class. It's a class project type thing. And then the other
good
thing
about the cannon is like you get one free cast, but you can still cast it at level 1 to get another one, by the way. So
no, it's got some uses. It looks like it'll be fun. Let's see. We'll see if I play it well.
you are playing my favorite artificer by far. Like they are so fun.
If at any point during combat you have some tips, just send them to me. I'm a D&D noob.
I won't. Yeah, that's fine.
Like,
I won't be condescending. I would be like, hey, by the way, this is an option.
We're all going to college to learn. It's all right. He's not above a puny little 18-year-old being like, hey, did you know you could do this? Fuck, I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Well, the problem is I don't think Yorick would know.
And then the other item that I was going to ask for, and I've been kind of trying to like work it out so it's not A, overpowered, but also B, like it's still cool, is what I've called the Fire Forge gloves. Magically, so he's an artificer, so he has the infuse item ability. He also uses tools as like his
yeah.
What's the word I'm looking for? Spell casting.
It's your spellcasting focus.
Focus. Thank you. Could not think of that word. Magically
Until,
infuse
like-
a pair of forged gloves, which functions as either a smith or glass blower's tool. While worn, the wearer can magically heat or manipulate either metal or glass. Because I had this idea that like the glass cannon, he literally reaches his glove into like a pouch, pulls out sand, like makes a fist, and then glass dragon. I'll send you more of the details because you might want to tone down a few of the things. But
Well, I think at level 2 is when you can create magic items, maybe 3. And if you have a magic item that you made, that can be your spellcasting focus as well. So you could theoretically wear your focus and not be holding your tools. So that, but
it's a
they're
little
weird.
bit
But
of a
I
tweak,
love them. I love them.
but it is in like I tried to like I read through the rules 3 or 4 times for Artificer, and I'm like, okay, I want it to look like this. There's nothing specifically that's like this. This is what I want to look like. How can I get it as close to the rules as possible? So that way John would be like, yeah, sure, that's awesome. Do it.
Just the only recommendation I'll throw out now is like artificers are kind of bad to multi-class. Like you really want to stick with artificer.
I made that mistake. I don't want to say mistake with Lou, but like I've now multi-class 3 different times, and I definitely can see how it waters down a little bit. It works for Lou, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna stick with one through the whole thing.
They're very heavily reliant on their artificer levels. So
Yeah. Heat metal is a 2nd level spell, so that would fit just fine with what you're wanting to do.
I don't actually, as an artificer, get the heat metal spell, so that might be like so my full notes on it, because like I said, I was trying to work on it, but I only ever have so much free time before I have a 4-year-old screaming my name, and it says at level 5, gain heat metal as a prepared spell that does not count against your prepared spell count. While worn, the Fireforged gloves grants the cantrip Hot Hands, which deals Firebolt level damage, which he does have Firebolt anyway, so it's just Firebolt reskinned, to a target being touched by the gloves. If cast at level 2, use a bonus action on each subsequent turn to deal additional damage, just like they do with heat metal. So basically, if I touch you with the hands, I'm going to do some damage. If you continue to let me, grapple you or hold you with my hands, it's going to continue to do damage each turn.
Yeah, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Del,
Okay.
do you have anything for your character that you've been working on?
Not from the character, but for the Hero Forge deal, I see one thing that says, of course, you can do the token in the portrait booth, but it looks like you have to be a subscriber to Hero Forge to do that,
Oh, gross.
which is $4 is what it looks like. $4
Oh.
a month. Just as a
Four.
note.
Oh, yeah. Part of the pro subscription.
Yes. Just a heads up. Make sure I was looking at the right thing. Other than that, I think Dell is fine. He's got that. He got the spells. Got the school. No, I don't think there's anything left with Dell to work on.
Okay.
So like, and then you told me to think of some ideas for like the armor, and I think I need to step out of that idea because I don't think there's a way I can think of that would make it not too strong, unless it's a ridiculous like level gap.
Okay.
So unless it's like maybe a 10th level, like it's like a +1, or maybe they can do other benefits besides AC. Is something we could talk about because I'm only going to start at 18 AC, so any other bonus is going to be super busted early at least.
How in the world are you at 18 AC at level 1?
Because of my armor.
Okay. You're rich.
You're rich.
That's why, and then like, and even mid game 18 AC is sweet. So, so we need to talk about that. I can't think of anything without being busted. And I'm totally fine right now just to be able to summon it and being attuned to me, and we can talk out details. But
Yeah.
thinking
I mean,
about it, I couldn't.
One way
I,
that you could make it a little bit easier is, I mean, you can nerf it. You can have it
oh,
start out as a
that's
leather.
true.
You can have it start out as a leather armor, and then slowly build your AC up as you level up with it. That would be one way we could do it. If you're really set on wanting to keep your 18 armor,
Yeah.
um,
I don't mind. I'm even down, even shutting it down two, maybe even three. So I'm fine with progression too. That's why I wanted to bring it to the table. So
yeah, I lean more toward having it start out as your basic armor and then move your AC up. Like still have the armor. So I think what is it? Leather armor is the lowest,
So yeah,
I think.
I think so too.
Nope, nope.
I kind of like not necessarily changing the armor. Like, let me change. Flavor wise, keeping it the same armor, but progressively, like it's going to be this plate armor, but it's that stats is how I would prefer it.
Yeah.
Like so, I unlock its potential better.
What if we do so what do you have right now? Plate mail?
Yep.
Okay. So what if we stick with the heavy armor? You start with ring, chain, splint, and then plate. So your AC would go 14, 16, 17, 18. And then on top of that, you would get probably +1, +2, +3 as you level up.
Yeah.
Well, to figure out exactly when that would happen, but maybe every 2 levels. I don't know. I'll have to think.
Yeah, we could talk about it. That's why didn't want to try to hide anything there. I'm sure most of this is going to be dexterity saving throws since it's magic and I suck balls at dexterity. So I'm going to be getting hit a lot, I'm assuming.
Yeah, which is why I definitely don't want you to start at like a 10 for your AC class or something. So, yeah, let's do that. Let's say you're going to start at 14.
Yeah.
That still gives you a little bit of a bonus, especially with level 1 and 2 enemies. Like they're not going to be throwing 19s and 20s at you that frequently.
No, I'm 100% for it. So,
and then as for the weapon, we had kind of talked about that a little bit.
Yeah.
That will scale as well. I think we said something like a 1d10 for the first level, and then I don't remember. I know we had talked about it. You had written it down, but yeah, that'll scale accordingly as well. And I think maybe we'll tie the two together. So when your weapon scales, your armor will also scale. So that by the time you're at a level 20 and you're still using those, your AC will be significant, and the damage that you could do with said weapon will also be quite significant.
No, I like the idea. I'm all for it. So,
all right. Archie, you got anything about your character we need to work through?
First, something not about the character. It's actually about Hero Forge.
Yep.
If I have an idea, if we get if someone gets Hero Forge for 1 month, it's $5.99. We can share an account.
Yeah.
For 1 month. I mean, one of us gets it and then sends the password and username out, and we just all make our things, cancel it, whatever, and send it out,
Yeah.
That, to me, that makes the most sense because I don't necessarily want to subscribe to Hero Forge. Because,
Yeah, no, I don't use it enough for it to be like.
Yeah.
What's the virtual tabletop download? What is that?
BTT.
Dean. Well, I know that D&D Beyond specifically is working on a new virtual tabletop deal, like a 3D tabletop you can use straight from D&D Beyond, and I believe you'd be able to add your character into that as well. They're still like in the alpha, I think, right now, but that's one thing I know that's for.
This is actually a Hero Forge character. This is Leon Carter, my Auric Artificer.
Nice.
Oh, you already have him?
Yeah, I barely used him, but I love the character enough that I barely used the model, but I love the character a lot. So
yeah, I have Dell already made in Hero Forge as well.
I also have Archibald made in Hero Forge as well.
Well, time to go to Hero Forge.
So about my character though. So a few things. One, so I have a list of things I made earlier today that I need to mention. One, I got my voice wrong already. The first thing I've written down for this character in all caps is not chipper and plucky. So
Yeah.
forget what you heard. It's not him. That was someone else describing him, I'm sure.
Oh, I get. Yeah.
Two, another note I left for myself is don't forget to mention the cane. He does have a badly mangled leg and uses a cane.
Okay.
Cool.
I don't know how that important. I mean, it's important to his backstory. It's important to who he is as a character. I don't know how I forgot it, but yes, he has a cane.
Well, I mean, he wasn't moving during that time, so
It's
of
true.
course,
It's true.
you
It
know,
could have just been a stick, you know.
You were just standing there.
Yeah, he
Other
uses
thing-
it so frequently he didn't even.
Yeah. Why would he mention it? Yeah, it's so normal. So this character is on the fast track to curing diseases, or other sicknesses. So if I could have from you, Jonathan, the necessary information as far as classes go, everything my character needs to know or would know rather going into this. This is what I need to focus on, you know. Even if that means pledging himself to some deity or cause or whatever the religious system is in this to get those magic power or to get those healing powers.
Sure.
So
So you said you are in Witherbloom, is that correct?
yeah, that's what I assumed would be the best fitting one.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Let me pull up your information here. So with Witherbloom, we had kind of talked a little bit, I think right before you got on. First off, you have studied magical theory and you do know a few spells. So you can choose for Witherbloom, Chill Touch, Druid Craft, and or Spare the Dying. You choose 2 of those as cantrips, and then you choose a first level Druid or Wizard spell. Those do not count against your spell slots, and even if you don't have spell slots, you can still use that spell once per long rest, the first level spell. You already have that.
Awesome.
And then as for Witherbloom itself, let me pull it up.
Yeah, because you weren't here when we picked out some of those classes that we were going to be, the 3 classes that we were going to be enrolled in.
I do have those chosen for me. I did see that on the drive up here.
Oh, you already looked through that. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you'll have a couple of things that you'll need to buy in the game, and we'll talk about that too. Let's see. Let me pull up. The College of Witherbloom, the College of Essence Studies, harnesses the forces of life and death.
Sounds about right.
So. Dun, 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 so much information. It's quite ridiculous. Honestly.
Should I have his helmet off in this picture?
Where is what you have with you?
If your helmet's super cool or not.
As of right now, it's just like a standard like plate helmet. I just put in, I'm getting a basic version of him and then I'm going to tweak him from there. I gotta get some inspiration.
Okay, respect. I see you.
In the PDF that I sent you, Philip, earlier, like the whole group that I sent about Weber Haven, I also put it into Roll20 as a PDF. You have your proficiency is in nature and survival. You have tool proficiencies and herbalism kits. You currently have a bottle of black ink, an ink pen, a book about plant identification, an iron pot, an herbalism kit, a school uniform, and a pouch containing 15 gold. Those are all the things you have.
Ooh, I just saw like the best thing ever you can do on this Hero Forge. I'm gonna put in here because it's so important. You guys have to know that it's a thing.
Mhm.
Um, just slap that in there.
It's
Pretty excited about that.
I
Oh,
didn't realize
gosh.
that was important to the character.
That's
but now
awesome.
noted.
Yeah. Can all our characters have turtles?
Dude, I
Is
will
that your
not
mascot?
have a D&D character who doesn't love turtles. Like that's gonna be the Donald that goes in. Like, ooh, I don't know if I have enough
Like,
chug
I
on
didn't know
my.
that a turtle was the Prismari mascot.
Just almost. Sorry, I got this on. It's gonna be upside down, but I have. Ah,
A
sorry, it's I have it cable
turtle.
managed. I got a lot of turtles up there. Um,
It's not
I
just
got
the
this
turtle, but
one, which
oh,
represents me and my son that Isaac absolutely loved when I got
aw,
that.
that's so
Uh,
nice.
and then these were
Turtles.
Plastic Kiddo the girls gave me.
What?
Um, and then the girls that we had painted me a turtle as well.
They all know
And
you like
then I
turtles.
got this one from Roatan when I went on a cruise. Um, I got this one in Honduras,
Ooh.
which is a rock that is shaped into a turtle.
Oh.
Shaped into a
I
turtle.
had this one in Honduras. Never mind.
And then this one's all the kids' favorite. I bought it at a gas station, and it's just like a
Oh, it's one
toy.
of the sheds. Yeah.
Um, but yeah.
Turtles
And
for
then obviously you
days.
guys know
Koopa.
Koopa. So I sorry, not about my turtles, it's about D&D.
That's
Anyway,
all about the
continue.
turtles.
Oh, that's cool,
So
dude.
I I thought it was important.
A
As soon as you
lot of
saw
turtles.
turtle there, you're like, turtle going in.
That's like if I go anywhere, that's my souvenir I pick up is
Turtle
a
thing.
turtle of some kind.
Turtle. Man, that's cool.
That
Um,
doesn't look like how I had it, but whatever. Close enough.
so Jonathan,
Yes.
I'm looking at this PDF of 59 pages.
Yes.
There's a section here for each of the colleges called Scholars of Blank. Is this like are these things that our characters might be going for? Like this is our
Um,
one of our end goals, or
They could be. The Scholars of Witherbloom table is also a tool for me if you have
Gotcha.
like a NPC that's coming up and you're wondering what school they go to or what they're working on. It is this. However, you can also choose one of those as the thing that you are working on.
cool. Well, then I'd like to change my major to leaf binder. That sounds cool. With a focus on the manipulation of the positive plane. Now that I'm reading this,
All right, all right.
also minor in biology for all those good. So I can be an the guy who studies diseases.
Epidemiologist.
Yeah, that's the one I was trying to say.
To be an epicologist.
Epicologist, just
Yep.
the most epic of all the ologists.
Exactly.
I think that okay. So now that I remember that PDF exists, I think I'm good. Yeah, manipulation of the positive plane, which goes great with one of my class features, which is literally just manipulating the positive plane. So,
All right.
oh, are we starting out as level 1 in our class?
Yes, you are.
Cool. So I know spells off the bat. Beyond.
We actually get our initiate spell. So
Yeah.
even though I gotta wait until level 4, I got a little bit. Bit. Which would make sense for lore wise how I wanted to play. York anyway, because he's been studying hard. He just doesn't get it.
It just doesn't get it. Aw.
He understands the principles of it, but that it's just like it doesn't this
It
doesn't
just
happen.
doesn't compute.
I'm trying so hard.
Does this homework have to be done by next session?
Why?
There's so much to Hero Forge. I've never actually played in it before, so I'm like, oh my god,
Ah, you
I can
haven't-
customize everything.
Yeah, buddy. That's what I like to do when I make a character, is go into there to really decide what they look like.
Mm-hmm. I do pretty much the basic level, but like I don't do facial structures too much because you'll be there forever and never like the outcome. Like it's the problem. Like you're like it's
Yeah.
never. So
I am designing the DM, like the in-world DM on Hero. Who is essentially just a monstrosity of all different kinds of monsters and beings. So just when you speak to the DM, I just want you to picture this truly terrifying thing that I have created.
man, you could do a superhero landing. That should have been for freaking Gideon.
I also like to play the poses a little bit, just cause.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
There's not enough of him holding this two-handed. I am not wielding a great sword one-handed. There's not too many
And just
two-handed poses.
just remember that this is only part of your homework, and the other part of your homework is to
Fill out the
fill out the
character thing.
yes. Do I want gloves? Gloves. But all right. Does anybody have questions for me on the actual world itself? Is there anything else about the world you're just not exactly certain about or have questions?
When we start, will we be first arriving to the school? Will we already be like, is it gonna be like first day of the school?
Yes, when we arrive, it's going to be first day. That's going to be
Okay,
the next session that we have.
cool. Trying to see what mindset I'm gonna be in. That's that. Man, I kind of wish I had more questions, but I'm not thinking of anything.
Also, like something I wanted to bring up to you, Mr. DM, is I'm sure whenever it comes appropriate and I do summon my blade, I'm assuming some of the professors would probably recognize Stormcaller as, since Goswin is the creator of it.
Yes.
Well, Goswin. So David was able. So he actually directed lightning into it, and Goswin was the one that held the lightning into it.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Goswin.
Good job, guys.
And I did a sidebar. I was like, okay, this is what I have envisioned. And you were like, yes. I was like, awesome.
Okay. Well, in that case, let's talk about what our next session is going to be, or when our next session is going to be, I should say. It is Thursday. We have, let me pull up my calendar. Can't spell calendar correctly, so we're starting off strong. Let's
All
see.
right, we're looking at Thursday. I have Monday the 20th in my calendar.
Sorry, no, I'm saying today is Thursday.
Heard.
We picked a Monday.
We did pick a Monday.
I don't. That's
Oh.
just what I have in my calendar.
Okay.
What is wrong with Mondays?
It's usually I take the kid to Trail Life, which is like a Boy Scout thing, which normally isn't a big deal, but with having the 16-year-old, I'll assume I'll be there. I'll figure it out. I'm still working out those kind of details anyway, so I can't even give a good answer on any day at the moment. But
Mm.
If it becomes a problem, just let us know and we will work through it.
if let's
Exactly.
assume Monday, assuming that works for everyone else. Before I even continue, what I was going to say.
Does it work for everyone else?
Do here.
It's not the best day for me, but it will. I would be there, but there
What
would be better days.
what would be a next backup day if there is one for that week for you guys? If there is any.
Thursday. Thursday's the next best day for me, I should say.
I would agree with CJ.
Next Thursday?
The 23rd, yes.
I think I work that night. I do.
All right. Well, Monday it is. So
Let's
I was just gonna try to
proceed with
plan
Yeah.
ahead of time. If I got a huge day's notice, like if I got like 2 days notice, I can be, hey guys, does the backup day work instead? But
I have today through Wednesday off. So if Tuesdays or Wednesdays worked better, we could do that. But otherwise, Monday is the one day that will work the absolute bestest.
if any of those days don't benefit you guys any better, then that's fine. So I could probably make it work.
I work Tuesday. I do currently have plans Wednesday, but they could be rearranged if we need to.
I cannot do Wednesday, so
All right, Monday it
There's
is.
that.
Sorry I said anything.
I take
Just
it back.
forget it.
No,
No.
thing.
Okay, we'll play on the 20th and then go to March. Okay. The following week, our contract ends Monday night.
Wow.
So the 27th I work into the 28th, right? Yes,
Sure.
into the 28th. Sorry, I was thinking in my head and it was hurting me.
Aw.
and
Into the
then
28th, and then we are off until the start of our next contract, which is the 17th of April. So we have plenty of open time.
Hey, congrats, dude.
Yeah, I just signed the contract today. We're going to Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
Be back in the Midwest. Woo! Central Standard Time. We'll be there through the summer. So that week, the 28th through the 1st, whatever works for you guys on days, as we can play.
All right.
Can I say that again? I figured out that you can paint everything individually.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Yes, you can.
You should not have told me this until the end of the session because I've checked out. This is why I was not allowed to bring my laptop into class. This exact reason.
Yeah, when I made my Hero Forge, like I left it blank, and someone printed out for me and painted it, and I gave him free reign, and I was like, I love it because I would not have decided. So
Yeah.
Awesome.
you weren't here, but here was my artificer, Tim. This is my half orc artificer. They get something when they level up called an arcane firearm, and
Mhm.
that's what that is. So
Nice.
he was not he was not min-maxed at all, but man, he was fun.
I put my first vote for Thursday the 30th.
Oh, we're voting?
Secondary
Sorry.
vote.
Uh,
I guess Wednesday the 29th.
yeah. if Tuesdays and Thursdays become options for everyone, those are my easiest days. But you work Tuesdays now, right, CJ? Because you're lame. Even though that, it's fine. it's
Yes,
fine.
but no. Yes, I do work, not because I'm lame.
Oh, okay.
Wednesdays never, ever, never, ever, never work for me.
You're booked on that. Yeah, you're booked on
Yeah.
Wednesday. Donald, it was no weekends for you, right?
Yeah, wife vetoed the weekends.
The weekends, yeah. Tim, did you have a no day?
I had a preference not for Wednesday or Thursday, but I can make it happen. Wednesdays and Thursdays are Final Fantasy raid night for Sam.
Right.
Means I got to
Kids.
watch the kids, so if
Right.
they're a problem, I just gotta go.
Heard
Which
that.
is why I've disappeared a few times tonight already. But I can make it I can make it work.
It's possible.
So I'd prefer a Monday or Tuesday or a Friday.
So no matter what, someone's gonna be sad. It's fine.
We're adults. It's part of it.
That's the D&D curse, unfortunately.
Hat.
The fact that
Engineer-
we've been able to play as frequently as we have is fine with me.
These things.
I just can't believe with as many new kiddos I keep getting in that I've missed one session in the entire time ever. So,
Round of applause.
like I said, I'll make it work. Because I will try my hardest to make sure I'm here.
Hat.
So,
Well, in that case, let's aim for Thursday. I think that works for the mostest people.
so let's see. So
30th.
Monday the 20th, and then Thursday the 30th.
Correct.
Yes.
Extraction. Oh wait, it's not Extraction Team 4 anymore. I'm gonna just put it as something else in my notes. I'll just put Weaver Haven for now.
I do love how every single one of us have a nickname. So.
Yeah, that is funny how that works.
Yeah, I was not gonna put Archie, and then I saw that everyone else had one, so I was like, yeah, okay,
Okay.
Archie it is.
Well, it's like I specified mine. I did Yorick and then Dash and then put it, and then I saw everyone else. And I was like, time to back to the quotation
Fine.
marks with everyone else.
D&D Weaver Haven. 7 o'clock.
What stage should my my DM be on? Oh, what's that? Fiendish Stone, Ancient Stone Ruins. That's it. That's the one. I'm telling you what, it is.
I'm sure we're gonna see. Sorry, do what?
I'm just talking to myself.
He's just thinking about the future.
It's okay. I'm sure you're gonna throw out a whole bunch of awesome magical items, and then I already used most of my attune slots already.
Oh yeah, there
Jeez.
will be magic items for sure.
If I did go with that second character idea, I would have had a magic item, but I'm sticking with Dell.
Yeah, as you guys heard, there's a gimmick with my sword and armor. So, balance plays, I volunteered for them to be in my attune slots. So I have one attune slot.
Which means we get dibs on all the magic stuff. Yay!
Yeah, but it's cool. I am in love with this idea. That's why I was like, nerf it. Tell me whatever I want to do. I just love the idea.
Nerf it.
So I am content.
Hit. Dell, Billy,
I mean,
Billy, Archie, and Yorick.
If I was gonna min max, I should have been a great axe. But I was like, lore and coolness. I gotta go with the great sword that Zareth won. So,
Yeah.
because he won this claymore in that battle. So
Yep. It's got history. Should I write down names?
it's fine. I'm gonna crit in my savage attack instead of rolling another d12. I'm gonna roll a d6.
D6. Well,
Because when I crit, I get to roll a hit die of my weapon, but
but
it's not gonna be a
it's,
12. That's fine. I'll
it's still extra
It's
though.
fine.
It's still extra. And hey,
Oh,
we're
yeah,
level
I'm-
1, so
Yeah, right.
it's gonna be low anyway. Ooh, level 1. That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, I'm trying to think how like the build up for Xavier to finally do his Echo and how I'm still trying to figure out how I want to. I got plenty of time before that happens, thankfully. But
As a hill dwarf, I might, for the first time ever playing with you guys, have the most hit points out of everybody consistently.
You know, probably will. I'm a wizard, dude. Yeah.
I'm gonna have a good constitution, and I'm gonna have hill dwarf, which gives you bonus hit points.
Ooh.
nice.
Dude,
So-
that'd be cool.
Yeah, you guys don't even know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna not die,
y'all can't even handle it. You don't even know.
and I'm
It's funny,
healing healing magic. I mean,
my
oh my, that is awesome.
That is the dungeon bed.
That is amazing.
What? I didn't
I
even know
love
you
it.
could do that in Hero Forge.
That is fantastic. Is this canon?
This is canon.
Oh, thank goodness. I want to be a warlock to this guy.
So when you think, oh, my Mr. DM, could I please have such and such? This is talking to.
Gideon
Also
hits it with
costs
Sentinel, so he
$100
can't
to
walk
make.
away.
Plastic. Because he's so complex and huge.
Yeah, I was like, dude, there's so much. How many arms did he have?
6 and 9 tails.
I've got a 3D printer if you want to send me the file.
Truth.
I can certainly try to make it.
Oh yeah, that looks like a fun one. I think I am actually gonna
the
print
file.
Dell though at some point, Phil. As soon as I get the file, because he looks cool.
Yeah,
I think I
I'm
think we
assuming.
All right. Any other questions or concerns before we wrap up for the night?
I
No,
think so.
writing down everyone's.
Just remember to
notes.
have your Hero Forge avatar. And it's like somebody's already gotten theirs in. Yep.
How's that? How do you? What are you doing?
What I did, I took a screenshot of the character and then I just used
I did
that.
put I did load I did make a an account for you.
Oh, I did say I didn't look at it yet.
So if you do want to take, it does give you like a few more fun little options for like your hero portrait and things like that.
Some extraness.
Yeah, you can make different, angles and background colors and such, and they're round too, so they will actually show up round on the map.
The funny thing, like I'm most stuck on is I'm not for sure the hairstyle I want. Yorick is the thing I'm most stuck on, actually.
That's funny.
Oh, one other bit of homework for you guys tonight, or just this week. Tell Andrew that if he's wanting to play, he has to actually give me a character.
Heard that.
So all of you have to message Andrew playing D&D.
Let me set a reminder for myself to text him tomorrow.
So, all right.
Text Andrew.
This game is not XP based, so no XP.
Milestone for the win.
It'll be milestone, just to try something different for a little bit.
Man, my good character is gonna go be a murder hobo.
He was gonna go get all the XP.
I mean, you still can.
Technically, there's nothing stopping you.
But
So,
I'll,
you know,
I'll
the
kill him. I
abilities
look
are
up
There's
and
a
cool.
like,
serial killer on Weberhaven campus. It's like a real big deal.
That's a pretty
You're
cool
gonna-
idea. I want to be a serial killer.
they're never gonna find out who it is. They're like, there's obvious great sword wounds. Weird.
Students, magical students. How many of you have great swords? Oh, just the 3 of you. Okay.
Oh, and if you could all summon them, please. Oh, look at all the ghosts attached to that one. So it's you.
it's that's him right there.
We spoke with the dead, and they all said it was Yorick. So
We spoke with the dead. They all said it was you.
Oh gosh, that is reality, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, you just asked them, hey, who killed you? That guy. Oh, okay, cool. I solved the case.
I was framed, obviously, and then they have like the electricity burn marks as well. I'm like, I don't know. It was me.
Like, fine, I just, it's me.
Wonder, yeah, I guess that would. There's a lot of things that magic would fix, huh?
Magic.
Anyway, but then think of all the things that we probably never would have discovered because why would we? Like
Penicillin.
or penicillin, yeah.
Not that you need it because you're healing people with spells.
Except for poor people, we still let them die.
Oh
But-
yeah, they got to worry about not having penicillin.
I guess they just have to live off their measly touch hands.
They should just learn magic. Honestly, this freaking poor people.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Like, you're a
Like the doctors don't even like.
Yeah.
I can't touch him. Let me give him a healing word. Like feel better.
Feel better.
that would be my healing word. Feel better. Do better.
Oh, I have to use the line. I have to use this line sometime when we are in combat or something. Like, here's your healing word. Screw you, buddy. I mean, and I don't actually cast it or anything. I just,
This.
Except for that one time you accidentally do cast it, they're like, thanks.
Thank you.
I really need that. You're like, shut up.
except, yeah, it's fine. Okay, I gotta go.
Yep, Monday it is. We will see you all for our first session, and 6:30 class begins. 7:00 the game begins. So,
Okay.
you all take care.
Yep.
Bye.